Hello everybody, I'm back again and I've got a couple of new things for you. Some real little beauts, I think. We're going to start off with this. Look at this little number, okay? Wow, what a beautiful thing. Now this is something that every layout needs, every town in real life needs. It's a fire station where you're going to keep your fire trucks and all that lot. And it's a beaut because it comes in one sheet like this. If I can just show you this, see that? Just getting used to this new filming, what's it, malarkey? No, I'm all over the shooting match. Anyway, you get the picture, alright? Now, these are just two walls with a front wall and a side wall, okay? You're going to just stick these to card, chop them out nicely, and this is what you're going to get. This is a little add-on which will come in your kit. You can take it or leave it. I prefer to take it. It's a little sort of lookout tower on top of the, what's it called, so that the old fire chaps can see what's going on. Right, so here we go. Look at that. That's what you get. These two are add-ons, which I come to. Look at that. Oh, beautiful little thing. Really succinct, really swish as a nut. Look at that. I'm going to shove him back on his, what's it called there, look. There we are. And all you need to do, you know, if you want to extend your fire station, 2, 3, however many you want it to be, you sit pretty with this if your layout's nice and little and compact. But what about chopping out knocking out a couple more of the prints? Because you know that once you've bought it, you can print it out as many times as you want, all right? And then just stick it another two like this, and then here we go. And notice this one has the door open. I really like that little touch. So you shove him next door to that bad boy, and then you move this little fella across, and you've got 3 of them. And now all of a sudden you've got this great big city. So basically you can go from town to city. You didn't think of that, did you? Right, with this little lookout tower, pretty much the same. It's 4 walls, it's a box, and it's a hat. The easiest thing to do in the world. You're going to love doing this. It was one of my most pleasurable ones, I think, just because it came together so nicely. And I had it in, one of my friends put it in his layout as a test, and it just, with the red doors, it just sung. It sung in the layout. It was a beautiful thing. So that's my first one, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we're going to sit tight and have a look at what else I've created. Are you ready? Hello there, I'm back again with another one. Now do remember, the whole thing about all this is having fun. So do you know what I've done? I've poured myself a fun glass. It's a bit early really, but I'm on my own here, so I thought, well, why not, eh? Anyway, here's my next one. Now this is like a car showroom. I do like this. It's very simple, again, just like the other one. 4 walls and a roof, eh? Look at that. Now you might find that the roof, I like to cut the roof in half, right? But it does leave a little line down the middle. Am I going the right way there? Sort of, no, that's it. A little line down the middle. Can you see that? Not really. But I like to cut out a little bit, print out the roof again and do it for all sorts of various things. I've just made a little strip there, and I'm just going to stick it along there, and that gives it that nice little rise. So this is all part of the fun. You know, you build your building, and then you can fiddle about with all sorts of funny things. Now, I've done a couple of little things which I really like. Now you can see here's the actual printout. Now you can see that there's all holes and gaps and all that lot in there. Well, they're the bits I've taken out, cut out, to make some little add-ons. Because I don't know about you, but I know that I always think when you're looking above your layout, some of the roofs and the flat tops can be a bit bland, a bit bare. So I like to do things like this. Are you ready? That's if I can find. Oh, I'm going over here to my little special place. Just beyond the bananas. There we go. Here's the first one. So here I've just chopped a few of the bits of the wall out, got a window from another sort of thing, stuck it on a bit of roof, so it's not got a nice little flat bit that it can sort of sit on nicely. You see that? Lovely jubbly. I'm now going to sit it on the top like that. Well, what a difference that makes, don't you think? It just gives it that little bit of something. Now, I noticed that I like a little, what I would call a portico or a frontage. So all I did was cut the front out again of this, okay, the front, added a little bit of walls on the side, and here we go. Look at this little bad boy. Hey, and now you stick this on the front like this. Oh, and you see the thing starts to grow. So it's all, excusez-moi, that's French for excuse me. For all you French out there, have hands across the ocean. And this on the top, so you're starting to have fun with this now. You see what I mean? And you can just go on and on and on and on. And I love this. This is one of my favourite little things. What I've done is designed, the roof is designed to sit flat on the top. But there's another thing you could do. I like roofs to sort of sit in the buildings sometimes. So I've done a little example of that for you. Watch this. So I'll take this off now. Let's remove the what's it called? What's that thing that goes across the top of the building called? Roof, that's it. And you can see there that it's slightly lowered down, so you can sort of walk round there. And it gives it a little bit of extra character. It's a little trickier, but I know you've got it in you. So we stick bad boy back on there again, that one on top, and you see how it grows. You can go on. Okay, I'm just going to have another little swig of my wine. Oof, back again. It's funny how they start and finish the same way, these little sections, isn't it? Lovely. That's a beautiful little plonk, that. Very nice. Next building. Here we have it. See that? Nice. Little service station-y type affair. There's the back door open nicely. Now, you can have real fun with this one because, you know, just get your little stick-out printers and whatever it is, and you know, stick your little, what's it called, signs on the front and everything. Brilliant. Really nice, really neat. Sort of quite a nice clipped finish, quite nice and clean, but with a little bit of lived in feel to it. So I think this is a really neat little thing. And there's sort of idea of things going on in there. You can sort of vaguely make out a narrative in the piece. So we turn him around like that, and lovely. That's why I like to firm them up underneath with a bit of sort of extra board there. That gives them a bit more substance, a bit more body. Nice thing to see. And not, so there it is, nice and simple. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. And to think that 4 or 5 pieces can make that is really quite incredible, isn't it? One of the things I like about this model is that it sort of sits very nicely with the one we were looking at earlier, the car showroom. I'll just remind you, where's it gone? Here it is. So you can see that they sort of sit well together. It's the same blue. One's much more modern than the other, so there is that. But here's what I've been doing with my magic fingers again. One of the things I really like to do, I like to get 2 buildings, print them out 2 or 3 times, and then make a whole new building out of them. I just think that's one of the best things you can do with this. It just shows you that out of, I'd say that out of those 2 buildings, I was going to put a number on it. I'm not going to. I'm going to say that the possibilities are endless, limitless. You could build 100, no, 500, no, 1,000, no, as many as you want. Here's just one very small example. I've taken basically the bottom of this, but set the front door back, and I've put part of our new boy on top, but with a flat roof, and so we basically get this. Look at that, you see? Oh, that's a whole new building. I'm getting a bit close there, can you see that? I've even taken what I've done here on this particular one. I've put a bit of plastic. I've cut the window out and put plastic on. So if you want to like see into your showroom or whatever it is, it's an easy enough thing to do. You can get these bits of plastic anyway. You get it off the front of your chocolate box, you know, all that lot, and then you can just make a see-through window. I personally like the art of the windows, but if you do want to see inside and genuinely see cars, why not do that? Just shows you how much you can do. You can do it all with this stuff. So just remember, go out, have fun, because these things are timeless. They are timeless. I can't tell you how much pleasure, how many hours pleasure I get out of doing this sort of thing. I hope you have as much pleasure. What again, in addition to the stuff I've just been showing you, what about these? Look at this. You can really use your imagination with these. These are some other printouts that we're putting together again. Lots and lots and lots. Look at these little bad boys. You can really sort of, you know, have fun with this. Do you see the way the, I mean, I almost shouted timber then, you know. So there we go, look. Beautiful little houses. You can go right in there. I like the way that this one has the reflection of the trees in the windows. I really like that. That's very nice. Very lovely. So these are all coming your way as well. So get in there, use your imagination. Let's get this show on the road. Hey, so that's another one. This is a nice little back fella. Look, I've used a bit of brickwork to do around the edge there. Lovely. So I've got the brickwork one done. So you can just and you can mix these houses together. You can have the biggest fun ever with these things. And that's a nice little neighbourhood, isn't it? Tell you what, I wouldn't mind living there. Ooh, look at that, very plush. Let's stand the old trees back up again. They look a bit fancy, what's it called, isn't they? That one's falling down. There you go. Brilliant. This is just me bodging it, really. What I would do is stick these down properly. So these are just fresh off the press. Okay, I'm going to move these aside and show you another little batch. Okay, something a little bit older, a little bit more rustic. A little bit out there, you know what I mean? And yes, as I promised, well, I'm going out into the sticks a little bit now. As I said, getting a bit more rustic. I've just come from suburban, now I'm into rural. That urban to rural, every layout should have that juxtaposition. Great work. Here we go. Look at that little shacky there. Ooh, all the rust on the roof. Beautiful little thing. Little lean-to. If you want, you could put the lean-to on, you know, on this side, so that would make it different, wouldn't it? You could put it on any side, so that could be 2 or 3. This is a sort of, I think it's a little schoolhouse thing. That was my idea, you know, going back along. They still exist, don't they, these? I love these little buildings. You know, when you come across them, when you're just out there in the middle of nowhere sort of thing. Very nice indeed. And another one. So this is another little batch, you see, to go with the other lot. So you've got all this lot coming your way. That's a limitless amount of buildings. I'm looking around the table's just full of it. Do you know what I'm looking forward to now? I'm looking forward to actually installing these. I've got special places on my layout. One of these days we'll have a little look at it, eh? Ooh, now wouldn't that be something? But I'm going to go off now with my wine and I'm going to spend the rest of the day just basically having fun with my layout. Good luck, people.